When I started talking about hardwood floors on video, one thing that never really crossed my mind was the topic of hardwood floor toughness. How much hardness a hardwood floor can have is something that I never thought about, so I got curious and I started looking into it, and it turns out that there's something called a Janka rating, created by the researcher Gabriel Janka, which is a last name that is very easy to remember because it kind of sounds like the game Jenga. So Gabriel Janka, created this rating that measures the resistance of a wood sample to wear and denting, especially by taking a steel ball. Yes, trust me, this is how they did it. They took a steel ball and they saw how much force it takes to embed it halfway into the wood. This is done to determine how suitable a certain type or species of wood can be as a flooring product. In the US, it's measured as pounds of force that are required in order to embed that ball. For example, you have Brazilian ebony, one of the hardest woods out there, that has a Janka rating of 3,700. Yes, that's a really high power level right there. On the other hand, you have balsa wood, which has a rating of 70, so you could probably sneeze at it too hard and it'll break. Janka ratings are usually listed by using a table of Janka results. Once upon a time, Duchateau used to list a Janka rating of 1,360 for our European oak floors, which is generally an accepted value for that species. But we actually don't list Janka ratings anymore, because that rating only provides an understanding of the basic hardness between one species and another. Also, if you were to test an actual plank, the Janka rating would vary wildly from one part of the plank to another. Some parts might be well above 1,360, the standard rating for European oak, and other parts might be below that number. It is affected by what part of the tree the plank came from, and even where the tree was grown. Since there are so many factors that can influence these results, we really don't want to confuse the buyer with a Janka score. Instead, we asked if we can provide the standard rating for European oak in general, with the caveat that Janka is used to indicate relative hardness from one species of wood to another, and not this absolute end-all be-all rating of the specific hardness of a particular plank or planks. So even though it might feel really cool to scan a piece of wood's power level to see how strong they are, that might not actually apply in all situations. Depending on the circumstances, those results can vary wildly. Except for balsa though, I mean look at that, 70, there's no saving that one, I'm sorry.